Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are completely tearing down a massive misconception about the future of our planet. We hear it all the time, right? To fight climate change, we just need better technology. We need more brilliant engineers in labs coming up with these miracle machines. But what if I told you that inventing the technology is actually kind of the easy part? Today, we're looking at some totally fascinating new research that reveals why achieving a truly green economy takes something entirely different.
So, is inventing green technology enough to save the planet? Well, the short answer is absolutely not. The common assumption out there is that the finish line is simply patenting a brand new piece of climate tech. But think about it. A patent just sitting in a filing cabinet doesn't magically put a solar panel on your roof, and it definitely doesn't put an eco-friendly product on your local supermarket shelf.
Okay, let's dive into this because this is really the core conflict of our entire explainer. On one side, you have green technologies. These are your patents, the raw inventions, the brilliant light bulb moments. But on the other side, we have green markets. And these are the everyday products and services that you and I can actually go out and buy. To save the planet, you can't just have the first one. You desperately need to build the second. You have to take that invention and turn it into a viable economic opportunity that a whole region can actually specialize in. Section 1, the missing green piece. There's a quote directly from the researchers that captures this perfectly. They say, disruptive sustainability also requires rethinking existing systems of production and consumption, including markets and business models. In plain English, a true transformation requires way more than just new tech. You can't just take a shiny new green gadget, drop it into an old, dirty economic system, and expect magic to happen. We literally have to rewire how businesses operate and how we all consume.
Section 2, Patents versus Products. Let's look at Europe's green data.
To put things into perspective, between the years 2000 and 2020, the share of green patents in Europe grew from 5.5% to a really impressive 10.6% of all patents. The absolute number of patents per year more than doubled. So hey, the engineers are absolutely doing their jobs. We are inventing green tech at a blistering pace.
But here's the reality check, 6.1%. Over that exact same 20-year period, green trademarks only grew from 1.6% to 6.1%. While patents represent the laboratory, trademarks represent the actual market. And this massive gap, it shows us that while we are fantastic at coming up with green ideas, we're really struggling to turn them into commercial products that reach the public. Let's just break down that jargon for a quick second. A patent means an invention exists, but a green trademark? That is the legal protection for the commercial identity of eco-friendly consumer goods and services. Basically, a trademark means someone is actually out there trying to sell this thing to consumers. It signals a living, breathing market. And right now, Europe's trademark growth is just lagging way behind its patent growth.
Section 3, the recipe for green markets. Now, what's really interesting here is how researchers map out what they call the tech market space. Imagine a giant web where every technology or market class is connected. You've got your tech, your physical goods, your services. And notice how they cluster together? Regions don't just magically jump into a brand new green industry out of thin air. They evolve. They leap from existing markets to new, related green ones. It's a concept known as relatedness. So, to build a green market, researchers found you basically need two key ingredients. Step 1 is market relatedness. That means having prior, existing capabilities in related, non-green markets. Step 2 is tech market cross-relatedness, which is having existing tech capabilities that can cross over and be applied to new green products. You use what you already know to build what you need. And this brilliantly illustrates how it works in the real world. Say a region wants to build a market around solar panels. They are way more likely to pull it off if they already have a strong baseline in making housing appliances or signaling systems. That's your cross-related tech. Or maybe they already have an active market for smart meters and residential installation services. That's your market relatedness. It is all about making smart pivots from your current strengths.
Section 4, the power of public procurement.
But what happens if a region doesn't naturally have those related skills? Well, enter green public procurement. This is when governments deliberately use their massive buying power to artificially create a market. The researchers dug into data from Tenders Electronic Daily, looking at over 76,000 public contracts specifically for environmental and ecological projects all across European regions. When they ran the numbers to see what actually birthed new green markets most reliably, they found a super clear hierarchy. Number one, the absolute strongest driver was cross-relatedness, linking that tech to markets. Number two was market relatedness. And coming in at number three was public procurement. Now, government buying power had the weakest association of the three, but don't count it out. It's still highly significant and plays a vital role in birthing green markets, especially for regions that really need a push.
Section 5. Who is leading Europe? Let's move to the map and see how this all builds up. Mapping these regions reveals a really stark contrast. You've got your followers, regions without much green activity at all. But then you look at the top performers, and what you'll immediately notice is that most regions are not good at everything. Actually, scratch that. Many regions specialize heavily in just one single area. For example, back in 2015, the London region in the UK was an absolute powerhouse. They were the top green technology leader in Europe, just patenting like crazy. But they weren't leading the market side. On the flip side, northwestern Switzerland was dominating as the top green market leader. They had the trademarks, they had the products, even if they weren't generating all the raw tech patents themselves. But then, there are the unicorns. The ultimate winner highlighted by the researchers was Oberbayern in Germany. They were this rare, incredible success story that managed to lead the continent in both green patenting and green trademarking simultaneously. They invented the tech and they actually built the market to sell it, the whole shebang.
Section 6. What is your region doing? Okay, so here is what you absolutely must take away from this explainer. First, green tech is just the starting line. The actual finish line is a commercial product. Second, to get there, regions have got to creatively leverage the industries and skills they already have. Third, when in doubt, governments need to open their wallets, buy green, and stimulate that demand. And finally, right now, only a very few regions are truly winning this race. True global competitiveness today means market leadership, not just tech leadership. Which leaves me with a question for you to think about. Look at your own city, your own state, or your region. Are they just writing flashy press releases about inventing new green tech, or can you actually see them building a vibrant, thriving green market right around you? Think about it and let us know your region's status down in the comments. If you found this explainer helpful, make sure to engage, and we'll see you next time as we continue to break down the ideas shaping our world.